The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
Good morning and welcome to the Seminole Nation radio program. I'm your host, Edwin Marshall. I'm joined in here this week by Communication Director Bo Whitekiller. Good morning, Bo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Edwin. How are you?
It's don't go.
Chinda.
Hey, we got a special guest on the show today, as we always do. But today's kind of an extra special guest. He's a good friend of mine, Mr. KOLBY Johnson. He's a superintendent at STROTHER High School, and he's also the girls' basketball coach. And KOLBY's taking those girls' places, aren't you, KOLBY?
Oh, we're definitely trying to. We're headed to state this week, so we're very excited.
When is your first game?
It is Thursday at 3:30 at Southern Nazarene University.
Oh, yeah, Southern Nazarene. There's a lot of good games played at Southern Nazarene. You know who your opponent's going to be?
Yes, we play Calumet first round.
Calumet. They're a good team.
Yes,
well,
they
obviously,
have a good program.
They wouldn't be there if they weren't good. At this level, you know, that's the thing about it. A lot of times through the season, you kind of get an idea who might be the better team, but when you get to this level, anybody goes. You know, anybody goes.
Everybody wants to go to the big house.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go. That's true.
All right. Well, it's good to have you here, KOLBY. We'll be talking to KOLBY a little bit about the STROTHER's basketball teams, not only the girls and the boys, but the boys too. But we'll be talking to him later about that and talk a little bit about STROTHER schools. KOLBY's got a lot of good things to say about STROTHER's. Yeah,
most definitely.
And also, we got some in-studio guests kind of.
Oh, we sure do.
Shout out to them, Edwin.
If we get a chance, we'll pan in a little bit. KOLBY, tell us who these kids are and what are they doing?
These are a couple of our communication. We have a broadcasting department there at STROTHER Schools that we're trying to get going, and these are a couple of our students that are helping us out with that today. They're coming in here to try to harness their skills and get better at what they're doing as well by watching you guys.
It's good to have you guys here.
Everything we do, just do the opposite.
Hey, you know, and aspire. When you learn all this stuff, aspire to work for Bo Whitekiller in the Seminole Nation Communication Department one day. At least one of you for sure are native. Are you both native?
He's native. Both of them boys.
Oh.
What's your names? Holler them out real quick.
Garrett Yesleth and Ruben Lopez.
Okay.
Good job.
All right. Well, it's good to have everybody here in the studio this morning. We're going to get started, as we always do, with announcements for the church meetings. This coming week is, let's see, what is it, March the 8th? Okay. Starting off, first of all, over near Eufaula, Artisy Baptist Church, Beaver Baptist Church down in Cherokee Country, BMO Baptist up at Bixby, Bird Creek over here by Sassaqua, Buckeye Creek, and that's over near Okemah, Deep Fork Killuby, and that's between Eufaula and Shakota, Faith Baptist Church in Dustin, Hickory Ground number 2, and that's by Henrietta, Little Casita, I believe that's near Sapulpa, Miccosukee, and that's out here south of Seminole, Middle Creek number 2 Baptist, and that's over near Holdenville, Montezuma Baptist, that's over near between Okemah and Okmulgee, Okfuskee Baptist, that's near Eufaula, yeah, Pecan Grove Methodist near Holdenville, Rock Springs Baptist near Sassaqua, Sand Creek Eufaula over near Wewoka, Tomajuzzy near Lamar, and Wetumpka Indian Baptist near Wetumpka. Some of these churches, I'll tell you what, churches in Indian country are spread out all over the place, but KOLBY, I bet you know where Okfuskee's at, don't you?
Yes.
Okfuskee. And you got a good idea where Montezuma's at.
Yes, my dad and stepmother attend Montezuma.
Yeah. Okay, man, we got churches all over the place. Your church may be having a meeting this week. and maybe it's just a Sunday school, and if in the afternoon you want to go and visit somewhere, any of these churches would be glad to have you as a visitor. And it is wild onion season, so don't be surprised if the dinners don't include wild onions. Hey, the tribe's having their band meetings this week and eventually culminate in the council meeting, the big council meeting.
Attend your band meeting.
Yes.
Attend your band meeting.
Absolutely.
Attend your band meeting.
Let's see, what's the date today? 3rd? Mm-hmm. Okay, tonight at the North Community Building at 7 o'clock, Oh Cheesy Band. March the 5th at the Transportation Building, a special call meeting by the Nuthka Harjo Band. March the 5th at the Transportation Building at 6:30, the Miccosukee Band. Also on March the 5th at River Mist, Foshatchee Band is at 6 o'clock. Also on March the 5th, Tallahassee Band will be meeting at North Community Center. Also on March the 5th, Tuscaloosa Harjo Band will be meeting at the Council House at 6. Also on March the 5th, the Wally Band will be having a potluck dinner and a meeting at the Chavigny Wellness Center at 6:30. Also on March the 5th, Tom Palmer Band will be meeting at the Sindock Building at 2115 West Wrangler at 6:30. Also, then on March the 6th, at the Council House, Chiyaha Band will be meeting from 6 to 9. And on March the 6th, Hijiti Band will be meeting at the STROTHER Community Building. Those are your band meetings. Oh, just a moment. On March the 7th, on Saturday, there will be a general council meeting at the Council House. Starts at 10 o'clock until they're done. And then on March the 14th at Shawnee Library at 1 o'clock, the Caesar, Bruner, and Dozer Barkas bands are meeting as well. So those are your band meetings and your general council meeting. OAP menu is out, and today it looks like loaded baked potato with pudding, chicken and rice tomorrow with mixed vegetables, wheat bread, fresh fruit. Then on Thursday, hamburger steak, mashed potatoes, gravy, peas, hot rolls, and ice cream. And then on Friday, as they do every Friday, it's breakfast at 8 o'clock, sausage, boiled eggs, hash browns, toast, cereal, and milk. And then next Monday, Polish or grilled ham and cheese, baked chips, tomato soup, and a cookie.
I'm listening to Kolby's stomach growl.
Hey, I guess I told you it was wild onion dinner season. So we got some coming up this Saturday.
Edwin, wild onion.
Language. Wild onion, tafumbuji.
Tafumbuji. There's
Yeah.
the word of the day.
Yeah, tafumbuji. That means little onion. All right, this Saturday, March the 7th, at the Holdenville Indian Community Center, Salt Creek Indian Methodist Church is having that's a big one too, having their wild onion dinner. The cost is $12. 10 and under is $6. Also, this coming Saturday, Agena Presbyterian Church out here south of Seminole is having their wild onion dinner. I got a flyer on them. I thought it's kind of special. Their price is $10. Good old-fashioned wild onion dinner. Adults, $10. But guess what, Bo? 50% veteran discount with military ID.
All right.
Take your military ID, and you get $5 off. Children, 4 to 12 years is $5. Man, they're going to have wild onions, red beans and rice, salt meat, sour cornbread, fried bread, boiled beef, chicken dumplings, softy, desserts, beverages. Man, that's everything. Everything. All right.
Good deal.
And also, Sand Creek Eufaula Indian Baptist Church is having their wild onion dinner on April the 4th. All you can eat, $10. Man, have you ever seen their table? They lay it out now. Sand Creek Eufaula don't hold out. Seminole Nation CHR program is having their blood drive Wednesday, March the 18th from 9 to 2 at the Seminole Nation Veterans Building. To schedule an appointment, contact Brooklyn Harris at 405-234-5271. And when you think about this blood drive, think about that time that one of your relatives needed blood. You never know, so be a blood donor. You can contact Brooklyn Harris at 405-234-5271 to schedule an appointment.
Now we're talking about blood, not Toknawa.
All right, coming up March the 20th, it's annual Spring Fling Bazaar at Seminole Nation Senior Citizen Center. That's a red roof building over at Wewoka at the complex. Booths available, $10 a piece. It starts at 10 o'clock. Booths are first come, first served. Reserve your booth by calling 405-257-7257. Man, they're going to have all kinds of stuff. Arts and crafts, baked goods, food sale. The public is welcome.
Always have a lot of good stuff out there.
Yep. Then, coming up in April, the second annual Seminole Nation CHR program Easter egg hunt starts at 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. That's on a Saturday. That's going to be at the Miccosukee Mission Ball Field. There's going to be prize eggs. There's going to be 6 categories for everybody from 0 years old up to 100. For more information, call Lacey at 405-234-5244. Also, let's move on here just a little bit. It's from Joe Blanchard over at the Seminole Public Schools. Seminole Native American Club is going to have an indoor stomp dance on Saturday, March the 28th at Seminole Middle School Gym. They'll also crown and announce their very first club princess. That's going to be awesome. Okay, a meal will be furnished at 5:45 until it's gone, and then the dancing will start at 7 o'clock, and Oba Mac will be the MC. There's going to be a space set aside for vendors. There's a setup fee of $25 and a raffle item. In addition, there will be a cakewalk, 50-50, and a small concession with drinks and snacks. Watch out for flyers coming out pretty soon. Then on March the 20th and the 21st in Okmulgee, Oklahoma, it's Muskogean History Symposium. We're kind of excited about this. This is going to be a top topic that will include prehistoric Muskogean history, which included, of course, the roots of the Seminole people. There's going to be like 10 or 11 topics that are going to be discussed, including Seminole history. For more information, you can call Muskogee Creek Nation Historic and Cultural Preservation at 918-732-7733. And also, Intertribal Hymn Singing, Monday, April the 6th. It's going to be at the Sam Noble Museum, Plasticine Plaza. I went to this last year, Bo, and that was awesome. There's tribes from all over Oklahoma that gather, and they sing hymns in their respective languages. A lot of Kiowas, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Comanches. I think there was some Kiowa. I said Kiowa, didn't I? Creeks, Seminoles, of course, Cherokees, but it's pretty neat. It's going to be a part of the 18th Annual Oklahoma Native American Youth Language Fair. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Youth Language Fair, but they gather kids from all over Oklahoma from different schools, and I don't know, maybe your kids have participated in it before, but they go up there and they exhibit things in their language. Mm-hmm. So man, we had a great time up there last year listening to that, and they serve a great meal too.
Let me throw this last one out there, Edwin. It's the first annual Seminole Nation Princess-sponsored high school basketball tournament, the Miccosukee Mission, March 27th for girls and March 28th for boys. They're still looking for teams, 10-person roster, $100 entry fee. More information will be on the Seminole Nation Facebook page and also the Seminole Nation 2019-2020 Princess page. Contact Regina Langford at 405-471-3038 or Bernita Whitekiller at 580-665-8002.
You know, we started something here a couple of weeks ago, and it was kind of gaining momentum, but we didn't get any call-ins for birthdays this week, Bo. But, folks, if you're out there listening, you got a birthday coming up next week, call 405-382-1010 and tell Angela about that birthday and the date, and we'll be glad to announce it. Maybe it's one of your little kids, maybe it's you, maybe it's your grandma. But if you got a birthday to announce, we'll be glad to announce it.
And don't be Loxian on your birthday.
I know it. Hey, we got basketball coming up. We got a special guest today to talk to us about it. I've got some schedules in my hand, and Kobe's got a schedule. I think we may have. Let's see, what was that? Class A girls? Is that what you had?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've got Class A girls, Class A boys, Class B girls, Class B boys. A state tournament this week. And also looks like Class 2A, a little bit of a schedule in an area tournament. But once again, we got Kolby on the radio with us today. Kolby, you know what? Let's talk about basketball here in just a second. But, man, it's a pleasure to see you. I see you very occasionally. And, you know, you and I used to work together. And,
yes.
we'd go to lunch together, and we just, we got to be real good friends. And then Kolby kind of got his degree and went on and started teaching. He moved on to another school and started coaching, and eventually now he's a superintendent over here at Strother's High School. And I ran into him last year. I didn't know he was over there, and accidentally ran into him in their Native American Week activities over there, and it's good to see him. And like I said, it's always good to see you. And
Yeah, good to see you too, Edwin.
yeah. It's a small world. We eventually go in a big circle and run back into each other. But
Most definitely.
Like I said, Kolby is, I know for many of you that live around the Okemah area, even this area, he's a grandson of Press Johnson, and Press used to be the national council member for Okfuskee District at the Creek Nation. He's also Mike Johnson's son, and Mike is currently, is he still employed? He's employed at the tribe. What department is that?
Roads.
Roads, okay, yeah, Roads program. And so everybody knows Mike and Dee Dee, but it's good to have you here, Kolby. And once again, and let's talk basketball. What's
Okay.
going on?
Well, we're excited to be in the state tournament this week with the Strother Lady Yellow Jackets. It's the first state tournament appearance in the history of the school for the girls program.
Really?
So we made history this year by getting the girls to the state tournament. It's been an exciting year. The girls are 27-1 on the year.
How long have you been coaching there?
I've been there. This is my fourth year at Strother.
Yeah. 27-1. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, we've had a good run of it. I've got some good kids, though. As a coach, you're only as good as the kids that you have, and we've got some very talented young ladies that play for us, and they deserve all the credit in the world for what we've accomplished.
You got a list right here. Tell us who they are, Kolby.
Okay. Our starters are Mackenzie Gillespie, who's a freshman. She starts at point guard for us.
Starting point guard,
Yes.
a freshman.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Lakin Waller, who's a senior for us. Annette Mitchell, who is a starter for us. That's a senior. Kylie Wolf, who's a senior as well. And Tava Harjo, who is a senior as well. Those are our starting five that we have on our team, and they do a good job. Three of those starting five, Lakin Waller, Kylie Wolf, and Taba Harjo, are over 1,000-point scorers in their career.
Listen to this.
Tava Harjo is actually over 1,600, but it's
1,600 points. That's amazing.
Yep, and three of the starters are of Seminole descent for us, and great kids. We enjoy having them on the team, and do a wonderful job for our program.
When I visited your school last year, Kolby, I got such a warm welcome from all the kids there, and I was, it's heartwarming to know that you can walk into a school and kids know what respect is, and that was a great program they had last year. Go ahead and give a shout out to the rest of the girls there.
Lauren Waller, she's a girl that comes off the bench for us and plays quite a bit. Marley Longest, she's a sophomore, by the way, and Marley Longest is a senior. She comes off and plays quite a bit for us. Katie Stafford, another sophomore that comes off and plays for us, and KK Harjo, who's the little sister of Tava Harjo, who's a freshman that gets to play for us some as well.
That's great. Last week we had Ricky Wolf on here with Sasakwa.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and Ricky she got herself into what were they, regionals or area? Regionals. 3 freshmen starting. I mean, I kind of tell you what she's building over there in Sasakwa,
Yeah, most definitely. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, but I tell you what, 1,600 points is no less than phenomenal itself. And you got to coach her all these years too, huh?
Well, actually, I've only coached her for 2 of the years. She started her career out at Bowlegs. Okay. And then her junior year, she came over to Strother, and she's been there the last 2 years. And her mother works for us there at the school, and they live there. And it's been a phenomenal transition for her.
That's great. That's great.
One of the things about playing basketball like that, the academics is always stressed, and for these young girls to be a part of the team like this, it's got to be complementing each other.
Most definitely. That's one thing in our program that we preach to them all the time about staying on top of their academics, because that's what's going to carry them through life further than anything else. Sports is definitely an extracurricular activity, and so we want them to stay focused on their academics. And so we've got a good bunch of girls that do a good job of staying on top of that. And every once in a while we might have to have a meeting or two, but that's very seldom. These girls are pretty academically driven, and I think it's a lot too because we preach it as to them in our program as well.
Well, that's the one thing I found out, especially with my kids and dealing with kids in general, is that your educators, you guys are invested in these kids, and it really shows in what you're doing, and this is part of the output. So I'm sure you've got a strong team of supportive educators doing the same thing.
Yeah, thank you for that. Most definitely. These kids are like daughters to me and my wife, and so they're good young ladies, and like I said, we stress education being a priority, and then all of our other staff there at Strother Public Schools does the same, and so they have a good support system like you were talking about, most definitely.
Having known Kolby, and I know Kolby's work ethic, that. I wouldn't believe anything else about Kolby because he's been, since I've known him, he's had a great work ethic, and it's carried over into his educating and mentoring young people. He's done a great job, and as a matter of fact, he's got a couple of boys that are pretty good athletes in high school, and I guess they've both graduated and gone on now, huh?
Yes, yeah, they were a joy to watch in high school, but they're both gone on now. My oldest son Blake is in physical therapy school at OU.
Oh yeah.
And then the youngest one Tyler that you know is
I know both of them.
Yeah, you know both of them.
Yeah.
And Tyler is in pharmacy school at OU.
Wow, can you imagine that? Tyler, he was just a little blockheaded little kid when I first met him. Now he's in pharmacy school. That's great. Great.
Kolby, I was interested, I talked to you earlier. What are some your preparation leading up to this game? What are some of your preparations between now and Thursday?
Well, actually,
give us a little insight.
Okay.
Don't give away your secrets.
Well, actually, we spent a lot of time, myself and my assistant coach, Will Stafford, we spent a lot of time watching game film. We've collected quite a bit of film on Calumet, our opponent. We spent a lot of time breaking that down, trying to put together a game plan. Over the next couple days, we'll go into practice and try to implement a game plan to prepare our kids to be ready to play them on Thursday, one that we feel like is going to give us the best opportunity to win. And just mainly keep the kids loose and just keep everything fresh on their mind. At this point in the year, they've played 28 games, and so everything's pretty much second nature to them. It's just getting them ready, do a lot of shooting, keep the fundamental part of it going for them. But just implementing that game plan that we decided we come up with, which we start that actually today.
So you open up this Thursday at Southern Nazarene at 3:30 with Calumet, and hopefully you win that game and you move on. The very next day you're at the big house.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Friday,
that's
Friday.
our goal.
Yeah, and you'll be playing the winner of Garber and Canute, and obviously, assuming that everything goes well, a lot of the other teams in the Class A girls state tournament: Hydro Eakly, Kiowa, Visay, Okarche, Calumet, Garber, Canute, Fort Cobb Broxton, Stewart, Hydro Eakly. Oh, no, that's the boys. In the boys, it's Fort Cobb Broxton, Stewart, Hydro Eakly, Arapahoe Butler, Kiowa, Visay, Quinton, and Garber. I guess it's not a coincidence that a lot of the teams that go to the state tournament, the boys and the girls teams, there's several teams on here where the boys and the girls teams from the same school made it there. It kind of tells you about the sports program. So, and you guys are no exception, huh?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the other, Kolby, some of the other classes.
Okay.
You're familiar with all of them, I know. What did I do with that class? Hey, Class B. Oh, Class B right here. All right. Looks like we got Payton and Varnum. We got some local schools in there, Sasakwa, and that's the boys. But I know that sometimes you guys go over and play some of the Class B schools. What do you see anything outstanding in this tournament? Something? Tell us what's your opinion about how things are going to go for Barnum. I know that you're pretty familiar with them.
Well, before I say that, I would say we're all a member of the same conference. We're in the Little River Conference, and we're in there with Barnum and Payton and Sasakwa,
Yeah.
and so it's a big thing to have so many teams representing our
Absolutely.
conference at
Absolutely.
the state tournament.
Yeah.
But no, Barnum girls have Coach Hadley does an awesome job with those girls. They have a great program over there, and they have a very good shot. I like their chances against Hammond girls, excuse me, that's the boys. I like their chances against Whitesboro girls, most definitely. The way Coach Hadley has his kids prepared, and the type of kids he has, they have an excellent shot to win that game. And then the Barnum boys, I've seen them play this year. They're outstanding. They have a lot of depth to their program. Again, Coach Hadley does a great job preparing those kids, and I think they got an excellent shot to make it to the finals. I could see two conference schools being in the finals. Payton on either Barnum or Sasakwa. Coach Griffin, another coach that does a great job with his kids. They're young. I don't know. They may not have expected. I wouldn't have expected them maybe to make it this year because they are so young. But those kids showed a lot of heart and a lot of determination
Got a state
and fight
tournament.
and got themselves there.
Yeah.
That's a tribute to those kids and what Coach Griffin's done there at Sasakwa. But to get there being so young, look for big things for Sasakwa in the future.
I'll tell you another little well-kept secret, Payton boys.
Yeah, Payton boys again, being in the same conference, we've seen them. They're excellent. They've got a great program over there with their boys and do a good job. And they've got a lot of size and different things that can cause people problems.
Real quickly, I'm going to do a rundown of the Class B girls state tournament. Lomega will play McCurtain. Boys City will play Lukiba Sickles. Leedy will play LaFleur, and Barnum will play Whitesboro. And in the Class B boys, Payton will play Tyrone at Mustang. Duke will play Whitesboro at Mustang. Barnum will play Hammond at Mustang, and Sasakwa will play Leedy at Mustang. That's the boys, and so it'll culminate in the finals Saturday night at 7:15 at the Big House. I'll tell you, Kolby, I could talk to you all day long. Hey, but let's talk about real quickly 2A, and this is I don't know if it's boys or girls.
That's boys.
The boys, okay. And the reason, that's right. We want to mention this is because Wewoka's in this in Okemah. Haskell will play Wewoka Thursday at 3:00 at the Muskogee Dome in Okmulgee. Then Liberty will play Howe at 8:00. And, Friday, Rejoice Christian will play Okemah at 8:00 at the Muskogee Dome. And then Friday at 3:00, the winners of the first two brackets will play the winner of Okemah and Rejoice Christian. And that's going to be the winner of this tournament. The area tournament will advance to state. So a lot of games for a lot of local teams, and that's not always true. Sometimes we don't have this many local teams, but we got a lot of local teams in this tournament. Well, it's about time to wrap it up, Kolby. It's been a great pleasure having you here. Tell us a little bit more about Strothers and academics and activities and stuff like that. You're also the superintendent.
Yeah, I'm the superintendent. I'm very proud of what we've done at Strother Schools. We've done a lot of exciting things. Like we were saying earlier, we have our broadcast broadcasting department that our
school your
kids.
size. I think it's great.
It is, and they're here today and filming this, and so we've done a lot of exciting things. We have a great FFA program out there at Strother. Our academics is second to none. We have a STEM lab, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. It's second to none. I don't know any school our size around this side of the state that has a STEM lab. We've got a great early
You
childhood
mean that
and
little
elementary
school out there in
program.
the country? You do all that out there?
Yes, sir. All out there in that little school in the country, we have everything that a big school has.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Kolby. Hey, it's great having you here.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Right quick. Hey, you guys, come here real quick. Hurry.
Sure.
All right, now this is the future right here. Some future broadcasters. Again, just say your name and where are you from?
I'm Ruben Lopez, and I'm from Strother.
Come on, Garrett.
I'm G. Yeslith, and I'm from Strother.
All right.
Say your last name again.
Yeslith?
Gessler?
Yeslith.
Yesler.
No, Yeslith.
Okay.
Hey, today go out and vote.
Oh,
and
that's
this
right.
weekend,
That's right.
attend your band, or this week attend your band meetings and general
And
council
go
meetings.
to Wild Onion Dinners.
And go to the games. Support your teams.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's great seeing you, Kolby.
Good seeing you.
All right. We'll be back next week with the Seminole Nation radio program. This is Edwin Marshall Meadow.